were you most disappointed in sort of where the bottom fell out tonight?
Well, that first 9 minutes was a work of art, just, on both sides of the basketball, with our blitzes getting the ball to Luka's hands, and then offensively, just, where we played, the way we attacked. And so that was good to see. And then, we just got to get used to, that second unit with our small lineup, just defensively what we got to do to be better. And like I said, our guys, they're competing, and just, we're just not big enough, I think, so just trying to find ways to tweak that lineup, the second unit when we come in and go small, because defensively we're not that good. So that's up to me to get that done. Like I said, not taking away from the guys that are competing, playing hard. Just when it's just a bigger difference of height advantages and stuff like that. It's tough. So we just gotta go back to the drawing board. But our young guys came at the end. They competed as well. I like what they did. They had to bring Luka back at the end of the game. But we had some good spurts, and so, I thought James in that first quarter, probably the most comfortable he's been since he's been here. I thought Kawhi, same way, just the way he attacked and the speed and pace that he played at in that first quarter. So just got to keep going like I said, just keep staying together, keep working, keep competing, and, it'll turn for us. But I did like some things, but some things we got to get better at.
The bench lineup is clearly something you have to keep working on. But why do you think it was such a struggle for the starters? I mean, James didn't score after the first quarter. Paul was scoreless for halftime. It's the first time it's ever happened since he's joined the Clippers. Why do you think it was so hard after that first quarter to get the starters kind of back into that rhythm again?
I'm not sure. I got to watch it, to see, But like I said, I think the lineups changed. Little things were different, So, but we got to continue to play through the game, So. Just look. I got to go back and look at it, like you said, in that second quarter, and just how we continue to keep our starters, playing the same way they did to start the game. So I'll definitely do that.
The way you switched up the rotations to bring Russ back with that second unit, are you saying that you'd go back to that? You want to see more of that to give it another try, or is that sort of?
No, I like that. Yeah, I like. I mean, I just didn't like us defensively, and just understand what we want to run offensively because. Not having a big in the game that can roll and kind of, put pressure on the rim is a little different for us, So I did like, Russ and PG coming back with that second unit, which would be good for us, and kind of let Kawhi and James, kind of finish the first quarter once they get their legs and they're able to play a whole first quarter. I think it'd be good for us.
You mentioned James obviously came out first quarter in a rhythm. Why was he not able to get in flow after that? And how do you, as you bring in this guy who's obviously been a big time player throughout his career, how do you get him to be able to kind of consistently be in flow?
I think for me, just making sure we keep a big on the floor at all times with James as much as possible because the way he runs pick and rolls and he can get down here and make every play, whether it's to the big, whether it's for himself or whether it's for his teammates. And so I think the small lineup doesn't really fit him well right now, until he gets, in better shape and game shape. So I think keeping the 5 on the floor with him as much as possible would really be good for us.
And then obviously you sat those guys in the fourth quarter, the score being what it was. Given that your team was undergoing such a significant change during the season, was there any thought to mixing and matching, trying to get some of those guys some time together, some more minutes together?
It was a thought, but I just figured let them get their rest. We have a big game Sunday at 12:30. Which we haven't been particularly great at over the last 4 years. And so my thinking was just, let's get out of the game healthy and get ready for a 12:30 game on Sunday.
You mentioned you wanted to keep James with a big as much as possible. What made you want to go the second half and start with T-Man instead of Zoo there?
I just thought, for us to be able to switch and try to fire and try to be faster, we put Zoo in some tough positions, having to blitz, every time running out of the hole and having to scramble around. So I just thought, starting small, being able to switch and fire would be good for us. It didn't work, but, you got to try something when you're down 30 at halftime.
Obviously, you guys know this is going to be a process that takes time. You've said that over and over. What are there mistakes that you've seen this last week that you're thinking, we should be ahead of that, we should be better than that?
Yeah, I think defensively, I think our blitzes, our fires, just our rotations, we should be ahead of the curve on that. We have to be better. Just understanding what we're trying to take away and what we're trying to do. We have special players like Kyrie and Luka and trying to get the ball out of their hands. Just knowing our rotations and then have an impact on those double teams, not letting Luka just look us over, jump past, and skip it all across the floor, you know. So just put more heat on him and just making sure our rotations are better.
You said the first 9 minutes were a work of art. What's that mean for the last 30 minutes?
What's the worst that you can be? But I'm telling you, it's going to be good, Andrew. That's all right. We'll be all right. They better take advantage of it now. We'll be all right.
Let's get ready for Hoop Jab.